If you're over 50 and you're trying to lose weight, you may be actually doing too much. And what do I mean by that? You might be trying to eat less, you might be trying to do more cardio, you might be trying to cut out all the carbs, and my favorite, you might be starting over every single Monday and then wondering why you're exhausted, frustrated, and still not getting the results that you want. Today, I'm going to talk about 3 things that I believe women over 50 need to stop doing when they're trying to lose weight, and what I want you to start focusing on. Hey Queen, I'm Veronica, certified personal trainer and nutrition coach. I help women over 40 become stronger, healthier, and more confident through practical fitness and nutrition. If that is your goal, make sure you subscribe because every single week we'll be talking about fitness, nutrition, healthy aging, and living with vitality. Let's start with something that many of us have been doing for years, including myself. Stop chronic dieting and chasing quick fixes. The first thing that I want women over 50 to stop doing is constantly going on and off diet. Think about all the diets that you've heard or you've been on over the past years. Low carb, low fat, detoxes, juice cleanses, no sugar, fasting, 30-day challenges, 21-day challenges, 10-day challenges, whatever diet happens to be trending in the moment. The problem isn't necessarily that every approach is automatically bad. The bigger issue is repeatedly jumping from one restrictive plan to the next without developing the habits that you need to maintain. If your plan is so restrictive that you've already counting down the days that it's over, ask yourself, what happens when the diet ends? This is why I always share with my clients that to create a lifestyle change so that they can have habits that will sustain them for the entire rest of their lives. Weight management is not supposed to be diet, lose weight, stop diet, regain the weight, start another diet. We want to build a way of eating that fits your real life. What should we be doing instead? I've said this over and over again, so I'll say it one more time. We want to build our meals around the basics. What are these basics? We want to start first with proteins, then we want to add vegetables and fruits, fiber-rich carbohydrates. Then we can add in our minimally processed foods, and then foods you generally really enjoy. And yes, there should still be birthday cake, cupcakes, dinner with friends, vacations, holidays, and foods you simply enjoy. We're not saying that you have to stop your entire life, but we need to get sensible with what we're doing and realistically with habits that will maintain our lifestyle. If your weight loss plan requires you to stop living your life, it's probably not a very good plan. And chronic dieting often leads directly into mistake number 2, which is stop skipping meals and thinking that eating less is always better. Somewhere along the line, many women learn that if eating less food helps you lose weight, then eating much less food will help you lose more weight faster. So breakfast disappears, lunch becomes coffee and a tiny salad, then 4 or 5 p.m. rolls around and you're totally starving and you're having these crazy energy dips. Now you're standing in front of the kitchen, grabbing whatever is available, and you're trying to figure out what to make for dinner. That's not a lack of willpower. You may simply be hungry because you haven't adequately fueled your body for the entire day. So let's address the elephant in the room. There's a difference between creating an appropriate calorie deficit and trying to survive on as little food as possible. Your body still needs protein, vitamins, minerals, fiber, healthy fats, carbohydrates, energy to exercise, energy to work, and energy to live your life. And if strength training is part of your program, which I hope it is because we've been talking about that in the last few videos, we also want to support recovery and muscle maintenance. Instead of thinking, what can I cut? Try, where's my protein? Where's my vegetables? Where's my fiber? And is this meal actually going to satisfy me? So what we need to be doing instead is building consistent balanced meals, and what that could look like, of course, we're going to go through this again because by now, if you have not had a great breakfast that is with eggs, toast, and fruit, like you are really missing the point, all right? That is going to sustain you, having about 4 eggs, having some fruit on the side, and having a whole grain piece of toast. You can have 1 piece of toast or 2 pieces of toast. That is going to sustain you. For lunch, you could have chicken, a big salad, and a carbohydrate source. For dinner, you could have salmon, vegetables, and potatoes and rice, because we are not trying to leave carbs out. We need carbs for energy. For a snack, you could have Greek yogurt and berries, and the exact foods will vary based on your preference and your needs, okay? But that is the food combinations that you need to win your day. The point is, you're nourishing your body instead of constantly trying to deprive it. Stop asking how little I can eat and start asking, how can I nourish my body while still supporting my goals? And now let's talk about exercise, because this is where I made one of my biggest mistakes. Stop trying to do cardio as your way to weight loss. I talked about this in my last video as well. I love cardio. I teach cardio. I like to walk. I love to spin. And cardio absolutely has its place in a healthy lifestyle, but I don't want you to think that you need to spend hours and hours in the gym doing cardio trying to lose weight. Cardiovascular exercise is fantastic for your heart, endurance, movement, and your overall health. But after 50, we need to be thinking about something incredibly more important, and this is muscle. We need to preserve it, we need to challenge it, and when appropriate, we need to build it. And that's where resistance training comes in. I spent years and years thinking exercise was primarily about burning calories. Now I look at exercise very differently, and I'm asking, what is this workout helping my body become capable of doing? Is it going to help me carry groceries, climb the stairs, get off the floor, lift my suitcase, maintain my balance, stay independent, and keep doing the activities that I love to do? So what you should be doing, instead of going to the gym or just having in your mind that I need to do cardio, what we need to be thinking is strength training, cardio, and then recovery. Winning combination for your exercise routine should reflect your exact health, your fitness level, your goals, and most importantly, your schedule. You know what you have time to do. So what I would recommend is 2 to 3 strength training days a week, 2 days of cardio, and then you have 2 days for recovery. Stop exercising just to make your body smaller and start training to make your body stronger. And I have 2 bonus things that I want you to stop doing, because I see these all the time. All right, so I want you to stop cutting out entire food groups just because the internet told you to. Carbs are not automatically the enemy. Fat isn't automatically the enemy, and one individual food group is not usually the reason that you're struggling. Unless you have a medical reason, an allergy, an intolerance, a personal preference, or guidance from your healthcare professional that requires you to avoid something, you don't necessarily have to eliminate a whole entire food group. Carbohydrates provide energy for your body. Your protein matters because you need that to build muscle. Fruits and vegetables matter because you need the natural sugars from the fruits and the vegetables for energy. Also, it helps your hair, your nails, your skin. It improves your mood, boosts your energy, like I said. And what we're looking for is an overall pattern of eating that supports your health. I want you to stop being afraid of food, and I want you to start learning how food works for your body. Food is information for your body, so you put that information in your body, and then your body acts accordingly. So if your body is like not how you want it to be, look at the foods that you're putting into your body, and then you can go from there. Bonus number 2, stop expecting the scale to move every week. Yes, I'm sorry that I laugh, but like literally, we can gain and lose 5 pounds in 24 hours. Sometimes more than that. It could be up to 10 pounds. Weight loss is rarely a perfect straight line. Your weight can fluctuate for many reasons: water retention, sodium intake, digestion, hormonal changes, travel, and changes in training. That's why one weigh-in does not tell the whole story. Look at other progress as well. Ask, are your clothes fitting differently? Are you getting stronger? Do you have more energy? Are you sleeping better? Can you walk further? Are your habits improving? Scale is data. It's not a grade on how well you're doing. If you're 50 and you're trying to lose weight, I don't necessarily want you doing more. Sometimes you can just simplify to get to the goals that you need to get to or you want to. So stop chasing diets, stop starving yourself, stop trying to cardio your way into a smaller body, start eating in a way that you can maintain, start prioritizing protein and balanced meals, start building muscle, keep walking, get your rest, and give your body time. Remember, you're not looking for something that you could follow for 30 days. We're building habits that you can carry into your 50s, your 60s, your 70s, and beyond. Because the ultimate goal is not weight loss, that comes later. Goal is to create a body and a lifestyle that will allow you to keep living fully. Now, I want to hear from you. Which one of these have you struggled with the most? Chronic dieting, eating too little, or doing too much cardio? Let me know in the comment section below. And if you're a woman over 40 who's ready to become stronger, healthier, and more confident, make sure you subscribe because we're having conversations like this every single week. Queen, remember, midlife isn't the beginning of the end. It's the beginning of your strongest chapter. Until next time, keep choosing strength, keep nourishing your body, and keep living with vitality. I'll see you on the next video.